Hello! Another month has passed, as they seem to do very quickly these days. We did a couple of fun things. We've just been making the album, and in case you were really worried last month it was going to be cancelled, it is not, because it's going really well, and it's really scary. We're in this really scary phase where we need to approve things, and we're like, okay, so this is going to be the final version? It is genuinely terrifying. So, what we did this month, we basically laid down the base for every single track, which we already did for a bunch of them, but there were definitely a couple of tracks that were not finished at all. We finished most of them up. We got ready to do a lot of final vocal takes, because we do scratch vocals for every single track, of course. Like, we lay down a guitar and then I do some scratch vocals, and now we're at the point in the project where I have to do the final vocal takes, and I've actually had a lot of fun doing them, but doing vocals is really tricky because sometimes I'm really into it and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lay down the best vocals of my life. Okay, we're gonna do a little harmony there, we're gonna do a harmony there, we're gonna do... I'm not having a great day, or I don't feel like my voice is really up to speed, and then I still have to sing, because that's the plan, and then it's really hard to get to that point where I can sing comfortably. Some songs are harder than others. Sometimes that's a really nice challenge. Sometimes it's horrible. It doesn't work. And we've also been a little bit unlucky with the studio. As I said last month, the album was cancelled. We are still running into the same issues at the place where our studio is, and we're actually looking for a different place because it's not going away. We've had the fan that's been running on random Saturdays. We've had other bands rehearsing, and then we can't hear ourselves. That being said, I am actually really excited. Past couple of days we've been in drums with Ian. That has been going really well, but I will talk about that more in the April vlog, because it was technically April. I also wrote another song with Laurent, and I did Waltz on the Edge of the World, Fishing for Fancy, and Moon in My Hands with him on my last full album, Little Astronaut Big Dreams. And he's one of the few people I enjoy writing with, because he has a very distinct Disney style of piano. He's a really good writer, but yeah, what do you do if you can write beautiful Gershwin Disney stuff? You give it to me. That's what you do. You give it to me, because I love that. I'm actually a pianist. I've been learning how to play the piano classically for 15 years. Nothing stuck. I got overwhelmed. I didn't like it. I felt like I was failing every time. Like, reading notes is a really big puzzle, and every time I couldn't quite get it right at once, I would feel really bad. So I just stick to chords, because I like chords much better. That really changed my life the moment I figured out, wait, piano doesn't have to be only that, it can be something else. But sometimes I really miss being really good at piano. And then when Laurent and I started writing for the first record, it really clicked. I was like, whoa, music can just sound like this. It doesn't have to be 4 chords. It doesn't have to be guitar. It doesn't have to be loud. It can just be like beautiful and whimsical. And pop music can be that. So I wanted that to be a part of this record too. So I'm really glad Laurent wanted to write something else with me, and we made something really, really cool, and I'm really excited to show it to you. Okay, so this month actually started off really cool, because I did my press shoot with Jantina, and if you're an artist or anything in the creative field, you need headshots, or press shots, we actually call them, because, you know, when you play at a venue, they want to have a picture they can put on the website, like, this is who it's gonna be here, it's gonna be amazing. And I love my old press photo. I've had it for years now, and I didn't want to change it, and it says a lot about my old era, but now it's time for the new era, and I had been thinking of concepts, and I knew like what I wanted it to look like, and I knew how I wanted this era to feel, and it had to be in line with the record. There's only one person on the planet who can really translate my vision, and that person is Jantina Talsma. She's amazing. She's worked with but she's like really well known for her work, and I've worked with her since 2021. I think she did the shoot for Little Astronaut Big Dreams, well, Little Astronaut first, and then a year later Big Dreams, and she did shoots during my residencies, and I love her. She's really great to work with, and I had this vision of, I wanted this era, like the glistening edge of that bubble. It's still sort of nostalgic, but it also feels like really childlike and whimsical and like a lot of fantasy, but I wanted the rest to be kind of dark, so it's like duality. Let's just say that. It was just a very clear image I had in my head, and I wanted it to be very whimsical. And actually the day was very chaotic, because we finally found a date that suited us both. It was in time enough for me to like fix up the rest of the era, and we were planning to go to the coast, where we were gonna shoot in like a meadow, and it had trees, and it would be really cool, and we wanted to shoot during the day. And then as we were driving towards the coast, it got so foggy. I don't think I've ever seen that much fog in my life. It was so foggy. You literally, like when you would put your hand like this, I couldn't see the tips of my fingers. It was so crazy. And I was calling Bo like, hey, how's the weather in Leeuwarden? And he was like, oh yeah, it's beautiful, sunny, it's great. And I had the best day like shopping for clothes. And then when we finally reached the coast, you couldn't see anything. It really bummed me out. And then we decided to just shoot some things at the coast, and I was not happy about that at all. And I was like, okay, well, I trust your vision, sure, but this is just not what I wanted for this era. We still got some really cool shots out of it. It looks amazing, but it wasn't what I wanted. Oh my god, how are we gonna do this? And then as we were driving back, Jantine was like, wait, you wanted something with like lights and being sort of overexposed, and maybe we can do something with flowers so we have a pop of color. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, let's try. You know, I feel like I've already lost, so, you know, let's just give it a go. And then I took out my Pinterest board, and we were sort of making plans, and all of a sudden we were like, okay, wait, we see the vision. And then we went to a park just nearby my house where they had some daffodils, and we put up a bubble machine. Jantine had said, like, do you maybe have like a bubble gun or a bubble machine? And I knew in my tiny little gremlin mind there was a Miffy bubble machine at the HEMA, and I was like, this is old, I just need to get it. Fine, I'll get it. This is, you know, it was meant to be. I need to get it. So I bought a Miffy bubble machine for this shoot. I'm really excited about that. So then we just set up in that local park, just the cheapest, non-interesting spot ever, but because it was so foggy, she had a really cool light, so we experimented with like different light settings, and there were like lights from the buildings behind it that just sort of became really weird. And we had the bubble machine. Somehow she managed to make the most beautiful, magical photographs that really looks like somebody just like poured glitter all over it. And I'm so happy with how they turned out. So you'll be seeing those pictures come out. And we also accidentally shot the album cover because I was gonna do something completely different. And then I saw one of her pictures and was like, this is it. This is it. This is the record. This is what it's gonna look like. And that was such a magical, amazing feeling. And so big shout out to Jantina. Everybody go check her out, her in a workout. And once you start seeing the signs, you'll see her around like a lot of places. So that was a really amazing start of the month, and I've already been able to use the picture for Krasnopolski record store day. So I'm so excited for these pictures. Another really cool thing this month was our final rehearsal for the orchestra show, which I'm terrified for. But I'm also really excited. It went really well. Rehearse at the stage where we're gonna do the show. So big thanks to Neushoorn for allowing us to do that, because that really made a big difference, because you could immediately tell, okay, we're on a stage. this is where it's gonna happen. It sounds different because we rehearsed in a church before, and obviously the acoustics there are very, very different from like a club. I'm definitely still worried about the show because a lot of it's on my shoulders. I have to start the songs. I don't want to be too fast. I don't want to choke. I don't want to I don't want to forget the lyrics because everybody's like relying on me to like do my job. And I do feel like I can do it a lot better now. Now I know what's gonna happen, and everybody's really excited about it. And I've loved getting to know people in the orchestra, and I hope I get to talk to them more over time because they're great. And I'm really excited for this show. I wish I could bring you along somewhere this month, but honestly, my days have just been work because I still have a job because I'm an adult and I have adult responsibilities and I need to pay rent and I need to pay for food. And every weekend we've just been in the studio. There's a couple of miscellaneous things we did too. It was Bo's birthday, took him out for English breakfast and drinks, and we went shopping, and it was just a really nice day. Really glad we got to do it, and it was nice to have a day off of everything as well. And then we had an Oscar watch party, which was really fun. We stayed up to watch the Oscars in the night of like, it starts at 1 a.m. in the middle of the night, and then it just continues until like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I love those kind of nights. It feels like a mission, you know? And I love movies, so it was great. It was really fun. We did it with a couple of friends. I don't know, I just feel like I worked really hard this month. I took a little break off of TikTok and the Discord server as well, because it's really hard to make stuff and like be in a moment and make decisions and like really grind. And sometimes I find it really hard to balance that. And that being said, this month was a little bit difficult because I went into this year like, okay, let's do it. We're gonna, this is gonna be my year. It's gonna be amazing. I have awesome songs. I have a vision. I have a mission. I'm gonna make all the time in the world for it. I also didn't want to waste time being sad or scared or worried about things, because I can send out an email and then I'll have a tummy ache like the whole day because I'm scared of what they're gonna reply. And I just figured, okay, there's nothing I can do at that point. Once I've sent the email, there's nothing I can do. So why waste that negative energy on it? And I don't only have that with like emails, but there's like, there's work stuff. There's a lot of Moonloop stuff. I can just keep myself up all night thinking about all the things I haven't done or I should have done or things that aren't working out. And I figured, okay, I'm not going to waste any time and energy on that. And I've been trying to do that for weeks and months, and like the past week, everything just sort of came crumbling down, and like nothing worked out. And every time I had an idea and it didn't work out, or there was a planning and like we had the whole week planned out and things just didn't work out, so we had to sacrifice other things, and that has been really hard. I have to sneeze. I just sneezed, but now it looks like I cried. No, but it is hard for me to stay positive. That is not like my natural mindset. And then I tried to do that, and like every single sort of positive thing I tried to throw into the universe just sort of didn't return that energy to me. So that bums me out. And now I'm really trying to not let myself crawl back into that hole again where everything is just terrible all the time. But I do get really cynical because of it. I just hope something good comes along again, and then everything will work out, and then I feel more positive, and I hope I will see more good things too, because I really tried to be like that, and now I only see negative things, and everything just goes wrong, and my favorite chips sell out. Like the moment I get there, the moment I like go outside, it starts to rain, that sort of thing. So I'm sure everything will just switch again, and I'm sure it will be fine, but right now it's really annoying and hard. The only way I can relax, and I need to relax, I need to chill, is to make stuff. I need to make stuff all the time. So I did a bunch of DIYing. I made matching dino sweaters for me and Bo. I already had mine. I made mine last summer, and we were like, oh, how cool would it be if we could make like a matching one but inverted? So we've been looking for a mustard yellow sweater for months, literally half a year. I think I made mine around August, so more than half a year. And then we finally just ran into one. It was like, it's go time. It's go time. So I'm really excited for that sweater. And we've been wearing them out together, and we're adorable and also really annoying. And I've been crocheting this flower vest. It's pretty tiny, all of it. I made it with a 3.5 millimeter hook, and it's like little tulips. And it looks terrible on me. So I'm still gonna block it, and then I'm gonna see if it looks better, and maybe I'll just make it into like not like a vestable clothes, but like maybe with buttons. I'll figure out a way. But I was so proud of it, and I really tried to like work very neatly and like count and stuff, and pattern because I'm annoying. So that's probably why it didn't work out. And also I know these kind of things don't fit me, but I'm so proud of it. I mean, it was a lot of fun to make. I did have a great time making it. So, and I also taught myself how to double knit. So don't mind that one little stitch. I made a mistake. And look, I knitted it at the same time. It is a technique that is kind of like tricky to learn, but once you got it, it's really fun. So I'm gonna be making a scarf with that this month. So it was a very productive month. That's all I can say. It was a very productive month. I just don't have much to show for it yet because we're finishing it up, and next month is going to be way more out there. We have Phoenix Festival, the orchestra show to look forward to, and I hope to see you all there. And we have Record Store Day, where I'll be playing 3 shows in North Holland that are all free. And there's a lot of other things that are going to be happening, but I can't really tell you about that yet. So this was a month, and I'm glad you're along for the ride, and I promise I'll be a little bit more out there, and I hope to see everybody at Phoenix Festival and at Record Store Day, and maybe you should start like revisiting some of the old songs, because might be some new songs coming out pretty soon. Anyway, love you guys. Please go like and subscribe, of course. I keep forgetting to mention that. And see you soon. See you in April. Bye-bye!